Hey, my little Rambos. So, something's been eating at me this week, and it's honestly the fear of Bernie Sanders not winning the Democratic primaries. And what's bothering me about it isn't the fact that, who I want doesn't win. It's the fact that I'm being told already that if Hillary gets the nod, my job as a liberal is to jump right in line and vote for her regardless. Mostly they do it out of fear. What if we get a Trump presidency? What if that vile, disgusting piece of shit on top of a piece of shit stuffed inside of a turd becomes president? I get it. People are afraid. Hmm. Democracy. I just can't do it anymore. It's not that voting, not having Bernie. It's not having any president in my lifetime who's been a true liberal or a true progressive, in my opinion. Obama, in my opinion, turned out to be a right-wing 80s, 90s style Republican. I can't vote for that anymore. I can't have that. I find it destructive. I want socialized medicine for everybody. I'm tired of the poor being shit on in this country by every president we've had in my lifetime. I'm tired of a society that thinks that giving somebody free college is just a handout. It doesn't just hand out to them. It helps everybody. A well-educated, healthy general populace is good for the whole nation. It's okay if you don't support free college. I get it. You feel it's a handout. Healthcare, I disagree. I don't think there's any way you can argue against healthcare being a right and not a privilege. I don't care what argument you make up. I don't care what you think, how Sweden feels about theirs or how Canada feels about theirs or your long waiting lines. Well, if you're poor, trust me, you're still waiting for healthcare here. There's a lot of rationing going on here when it comes to healthcare. So let's not go down that path. Anyways, point is, I want these things. I think they're best for our society. I think there's plenty of statistics that show they'd be good for our society. However, I'm not bitter about not getting that. I've never gotten that. I'm bitter because I'm being told out of fear I have to vote for Hillary Clinton. No, I don't. She's a criminal as well, in my opinion. She has done nothing but been a corporate shill. Her policies change with the wind, and her policy will change as soon as she gets elected because she will go right to her donors and she will do whatever the fuck they wanted because that is why people donate that money. They're not just generous people. They don't care about democracy. They care about their interests, just like I care about mine. Anyways, I will not be voting for Donald Trump, of course, because he is the establishment as we know it. Now, he runs around saying, well, I'm not the establishment, even though he's tried to get money from all your usual corporate players, at Sheldon Adelson, the Koch brother. He's tried. They just denied him. So now he's, I don't, I'm not part of them, even though he's bought politicians in the past, and he openly admits that he has purchased politicians and that they will do his bidding. So he is the corruption we're trying to get away from. Yet people think if you vote for the puppet master instead of the puppet, somehow you're not going to get an evil puppet master dick. No, you're going to get an evil puppet master dick. And he's racist. He's disgusting. He's just a vile human being, really. So I will never be voting for Donald Trump in a million years. Hillary Clinton, I will never be voting for Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is a criminal as well, in my opinion. Just a different type of crime. She's committed war crimes, in my opinion. Look at Libya. Toppling Gaddafi, and she supported the Iraq War, and she's bought by all the major corporations who love war too because they make tons of money off of it. Looking at you, GE, Halliburton, and Boeing, and all the others. I can't do it. I can't vote for these two clowns. So if the primary season turns out that this is the two we get left with as far as the major parties go, I'm voting for whoever the Green Party candidate is because at least I know their values are somewhere closer to mine. All right. Now, you're going to be told over the next few months to jump right in line. If Bernie Sanders does not get the Democratic nomination, you need to get right in line and vote for Hillary because you don't want Trump. Boo. But really, what's the difference? Hillary has already taken money from Donald Trump in the past. Hillary was a racist just a few years ago. She was against gay marriage just a few years ago. And people say she wasn't a racist. You have the 90s where she was talking about, super predators, which was code words for black teenagers. And then you have in 2008 when she was running against Obama, how she was like, oh, you're only voting for him because you're black. Come on. And the Clintons, the Welfare Reform Act that kicked millions and millions of people off welfare who actually needed it. Most of them were African Americans. The jailing policies, as far as 3 strikes you're out, disproportionately affected the African American community. So don't tell me that she's not racist. I can't do it. I can't just sit by and watch our country vote against its own best interest and then vote for a criminal. If you can't pass a lie detector test, I don't feel you should be allowed to be president. And sure, you can manipulate those like they've manipulated the American public with a bunch of money and a bunch of fake ads and a bunch of bullshit, but I don't think it's right. So therefore, why should I have to vote for her? Why? Because I'm liberal? Because I don't like Trump? I'm not voting out of fear, people. I'm not voting because I'm afraid. I was voting for Bernie out of hope, out of a chance that we may make a difference for once and do something positive instead of another fucking stupid war. And trying to do things that help the public, the regular working class, the regular people. I know if they had socialized health care, they'd never give it up again. I won't be herded into a line being told, Dave, well, you're a liberal and you got to be afraid of Trump and you don't want this and you don't want that. I don't want either of them. If I vote for either of them, I'm voting for more war, more racism, more corporate greed, more income inequality. I'm not voting for it. I'm not doing it. You can't make me, and I'm not doing it. Don't tell me what I'm supposed to do as a liberal. Don't tell me, well, Dave, your values are a little closer to Hillary's. War criminal? No, probably not. Just accept it, Dave. You'll get him next time. Remember when you had the hope he changed shit about Obama? You really had the faith and he got in there and turned out to be Republican? Don't worry, not this time, Dave. They won't fool you again. They're laughing all the way to the fucking bank, alright? I cannot, in all good conscience, just jump in the line and vote for people who I find morally vulgar, right? I find them unethical. I find them deceptive. They are the reason I have moved to Bernie Sanders. They are the reason that I want to become a democratic socialist. They've caused this. And you want me to vote for them? Just fall in line, boy. Just get in line. Liberals, I love you. I do. I find some of your PC culture and your fear of microtransgressions a little annoying. And I find your herding mentality equal to that of your so-called enemy in the Republican Party. I find it distasteful, shall we say. So, don't tell me who to vote for. Don't tell me I got to vote for Hillary. You don't have to vote for Hillary. You don't have to vote for Trump. I say we Brewster millions this shit, and we go none of the above. None of them. If it's not Bernie, if it's not somebody you believe in, if it's not somebody you have faith in, don't vote for any of them. Fuck them. And, well, Dave, you're just handing the election over because none of the above can't win. If it did get the majority, there'd be a fucking revolution for real. Because people would finally be pissed. Alright? Finally, for real. And they're already pissed. But they'd be pissed on a whole new level. Alright? Let's put none of the above on the ballot. Let's see who wins then. And let's fucking make it a real shit show. Alright? Because the shit show you're doing now to fool us that, Donald Trump's against the mainstream and Hillary Clinton, she's a real progressive. That shit show isn't selling anybody who's at least read a few books, a few newspapers, and understands a few things. So, good luck. I wish you the best in who you vote for. I'm not doing it. Share. Send me some hope in the comments. Say it's going to be okay. And I don't have to cry. Ugh.